My friend don't got TikTok. I sent her a TikTok. She took him out screen recorded. No, babe. No. It was just hilarious. I came back because I forgot to film an intro. So, hey y'all. I'm Salima. Hey. If you don't know that by now, then like you're a little late. Um, but I just recorded my nighttime skincare routine. But it's not like fully skincare because I instead of putting on my moisturizer, I use an overnight mask. But I was just sitting here talking, answering some questions that I found on Reddit. Um, yeah, just a chill vibe. I'm not feeling too well. I have cramps, but I still wanted to sit and chat. But now that I'm done, I'm done. And my bed is calling my name, so I'm gonna answer. And I hope you guys enjoy this video. So, bye. Hello. I've been playing Love is Blind. I've been binge watching Love is Blind for the last 2 to 3 days. I was watching Love is Blind season 7, and then I finished that season, and I just went all the way to the beginning of season 1. And I've been writing and watching that ever since. So life has been great. I'm gonna record another skincare nap because I just feel like it. So I have all of my products here in front of me, and I have some matcha. I don't know, like I shouldn't be drinking this right now at this time, especially. It is 8:01 p.m. But I love the taste, so I'm gonna drink it. And the way that I make my matcha, I do the whole, shebang. But for flavoring, what I add is International Delights coffee creamer, um, and it is French vanilla. But I also have the caramel one, so I add that in there sometimes. But that's pretty much it. Like, it's so good. It's probably gonna keep me up all day, but whatever. So I have all of my skincare here in front of me, and I have a list of questions I found on Reddit that I just want to answer because I feel like, if I'm reintroducing myself on YouTube, then I feel like my audience should know some things about me. So we'll just pick and choose some fun ones to answer while I do my nighttime skincare routine. I haven't like recorded much this week because not only just work, like not only just work, um, I am on my period now, so I was just dealing with cramps and what I was just dealing with cramps, so I was just like, let me just not do anything. We're going to start on my skincare. Today was just another hot day, to be honest. Um, I didn't do much. I just went to the gym and I came back and worked. And then, yeah, I just been watching Love is Blind all day. It's literally 8 p.m. now, and I'm just like, been watching this all day. So, yeah, I actually was supposed to see my bestie today. I was supposed to see my bestie, but we're both actually on our periods and we both got it at the same time, basically. So we rescheduled. Actually, we canceled because we were supposed to see each other today and tomorrow, but we canceled today and we're still going to see each other tomorrow. So I'm excited about that. And also, we've been friends since 6th grade. So yeah, like that's my girl. Like literally, that's my girl. Um, it's just crazy thinking back throughout all of the years. And this is what I love about having a friend that has been there since I was literally 11, 12 years old. So she's seen me grow and go through so many different phases in my life, as well as I have seen her. And it's just, I really appreciate our friendship, and I really just like value our ability to just stay ourselves, but then also like grow, and then also just respect each other's growth. Like, like we're just like I've had friends where like they just can't accept the fact that we're just in different stages in our life, and that doesn't mean like we have to stop being friends, but they just can't adjust or like adapt, I guess. And that's my number one thing. Like I get frustrated with people like that, like I really do. But let me get my charger for this. I don't even mean to sound like a bitch or anything, like, but as humans, people grow and change, and I feel like if you can't accept that, then like that's a bit tough. That's a bit tough, especially for me to like continue a friendship. To be honest, so but with that being said, I'll just continue with my questions here on Reddit. Okay, it says some interesting, deep, personal questions. Whatever. Um, but to start off, I'm taking my niacinamide brightening toner. Yes, that's her. But to wash my face, I took the La Roche Posay purifying foaming cleanser. She's very good. I have another exfoliating cleanser from Good Molecules that I use, but like since I already took my shower in the morning and did my skincare routine, then like this was just like a lighter nighttime skincare routine, so I didn't really need to exfoliate twice when I was just staying at home. So I just have my foaming cleanser for tonight, but I did use my exfoliating cleanser this morning. To tone, like I said, I'm taking my niacinamide brightening toner. Um, Literally just a few. I rub it in between my hands. So the first question is, what's one thing you would like to change about yourself? Um, One thing I would like to change about myself. Hmm. I feel like honestly, the things that I like to change about myself, I do. Like, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. When I was 18, like I knew something was up, something was really wrong. So I kind of like, I'm not even get into it, but it really did like teach me. This experience teach me or taught me that you know I have a lot of power in my life, a lot of autonomy, and so do other people. So we just have to like remember that, you know. But I feel like if I didn't go through that, I would feel like a victim. Um, I would definitely have a victim mindset, and I feel like that would be something I would want to change. Just like gaining control of my life, but that's not what my current state is, which I appreciate. But one thing I would like to change, I don't know if I want to change anything about myself. No shade. Like, I guess, like, when I'm feeling like, oh, okay, sometimes I can be impulsive. Like, and I'm really working on that. Like, sometimes I can be really impulsive and just, like do things that I should probably, like, take some time to think about before. doing them, and it's not anything like crazy or super bad, but it's just like, hey, like instead of instead of blocking them, like we could have waited a week and just we didn't have to do that, like. But also at the same time with that, I trust myself a lot. And I also feel like if something's weird, um, and my body is just telling me that something's weird, then I need to believe it and listen to it because like my normal state is chill. Like I'm not normally worried about things. Like I'm not a normally like anxious person. So when I do feel that way, I'm kind of like, all right, something's off. So let's fix that. Eh, yeah, maybe maybe I'll change that, but I also don't want to change that because I also feel like people like to play, and I just can't. I don't have the time. um, Second question is, are you religious or spiritual? I'm both, actually. Yeah, I'm both. I'm Muslim. I grew up Muslim. I practice Islam. All of that. Spiritual, I will say, because like I'm very tapped into like astrology, tarot, um, human design, just like the laws of the universe. And also growing up, like my parents, they never forced like Islam on me or my siblings, and I thank them for that always. But of course, the influence is heavy, especially in the West African community. I'm Malian to be specific, so like literally 90% of the country is Muslim, and like whenever I visit, everybody. I think I only know like one family that's Christian. Yeah, and like they married into that, so it's kind of just like everyone is Muslim. But yeah, when I growing up, first generation born in America, of course, like there's just so many different ways to analyze yourself in the world and just like so many different beliefs. So it wasn't really until I turned 2021 that I started to take Islam seriously. I feel like personally, whatever it is, however it may look like, everyone needs some sort of anchor in their life. For me, it is Islam, and I'm happy about that. I'm proud of that. But, it doesn't have to be that for everyone. Like, obviously, it really doesn't. Like, it doesn't. So, yeah, just do your thing, but find an anchor because we are very spiritual beings. Like, there is a reason why we're on this earth. Like, and we just didn't plop here out of nowhere. We have some meaning to us. I like to think that, or I like to believe that. And there is a higher power, working in the background. So, yeah, always remember to be grateful and to show gratitude. But next, I am going to take, what should I do first? I'm going to take my hyaluronic acid serum from Good Molecules. She is very good, very hydrating on the skin. Um, so yeah. Ever since I started taking this one seriously, like my life has been pretty blessed. Like I'm not gonna lie. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, yeah. And I'm not even someone to just impose my beliefs on people. Like I am just saying, figure it out. Like figure it out if you want to be happy. Third question. What kind of parent do you think you will be? Like, what kind of parent do I think I'll be? Definitely loving. Like, I feel like I'm very motherly already. Um, Like, as a Cancer, the motherly instincts are just natural for me. I feel like I will be strict and just make sure that, my kids understands, you know, the values that my parents also instilled in me, and um we continue our traditions, and they learn about their culture. um and they're very good people. I want to make sure my kids are great people, of course, because I come from a great family. Like, I am so blessed with my family, like, honestly, just like our individual characteristics. I keep talking, let me put this on. Like, I want to see all of our characteristics in my kids. like like my dad's work ethic is unmatched, like, literally unmatched. And he is like a very curious person, in the sense that, like, he's not afraid to try new things or put himself out there or explore. Like, he's literally lived in Russia, learned the language, and then started his life in America. Like, his life is just like a movie. So, and that's because of the decisions that he decided to make for himself. So, just that go getter personality, I want that in my kids. My mom, she's very much such an intuitive being. Like, this lady is smart. Like, she is smart. She is not someone to be messed with. Like, her heart is literally gold. Like, my mom has the best heart in the world. My sister and my brother, like, they're both like really funny people, really kind people. Like, I just love my family. I do. I do. And it's I've come a long way with them. I've come a long way, especially with my parents. I feel like I've come a long way with them. I'm not gonna get into details, but, like, I feel like I'm only able to say this because we've gone through that journey to actually, like, getting to know each other, understand each other. And, like, the reason why I say I'm so blessed is because, like, going back to me being West African, then being my parents being West African immigrants, born and raised in Mali, immigrated here to America, then raised three kids here. Like, there there are some differences to how we, approach things, obviously. So, like, not everything that they've learned is going to be something that I accept, and not everything that, I learned just being going to school in New York, growing up in New York, whatever, they're going to accept. Like, they're gonna be like, "What are you doing? Like, that's not what we do." Like, the amount of times I've heard, "That's not what we do. That's not what we do as Malians, as West Africans. It's not part of your culture." It's like, bro, well, you kind of like forced me into a different culture as well. So we gotta, like, acknowledge that low key. Like, you know what I mean? Like, we gotta acknowledge the truth here. We've gotta call a spade a spade. And the reality of it is, like, I'm both Malian and I'm American. Like, that's it. That's it. So I feel like for some time it was just getting them to understand um that, like, not everything that they want me to, like, learn is going to be received how they want it to be received. So they're gonna just have to, like, chill out. Okay, I think I like this, like, better, the best. But also, I feel like it's vice versa too. They probably were, like, super frustrated with me and my life choices, and they were just like, "Hey, like, we didn't do all this work for you to be doing this," and, like, disappointing. And it was, I never did anything. Well, I'll pause there. Like, I did, like, maybe two things that, like, disappointed them. But for the most part, I'm a great kid. And For the most part, I'm a great kid, and they can attest to it. But yeah, like we just different sometimes, and it's fine. Like once we accept our differences, that is where true growth, true love, true bonding starts. Cause then, like I'm just accepting you, you're accepting me. Like there are no, how do you call it? There are no conditions to our love. Like literally, there are no conditions. I feel to, you know, our love, and I really appreciate that. Cause it's like, mommy, you know how I'm coming. You know how I'm coming, like daddy, like you know the type of daughter I am. But then from my perspective, I'm like, okay, let me chill. Like that's not even what we about. You know what I mean? So it's both. It's both. But I overall I appreciate where our relationship is now. Um, and I'm just excited to see where it continues to go. So shout out to my family, shout out to my parents. The next product I'm gonna use is the CosRX Snail Mucin, whatever. The fourth question is, are you confrontational? I think I am. Like, but I don't ever like frame it or like I just state what's going on. Like I'm just stating what's going on, so it's not even like coming off combative or like if I'm trying to argue because I'm never trying to argue. I'm just like, hey, like this was fucked up. And as soon if I hear some attitude, like I'm gone. Like I'm not even gonna sit there and fight. Like because I'm just like, for one, it's taking a lot for me to even like communicate this to you. So that's one thing. So if I'm being met with just combative energy, that's when I already know the person is just like missing, completely missing what I'm saying. Because I'm never trying to fight. Like with my friends, like no, like that's not even a thing. So when I am going through things with people, I'm kind of like, I don't think you're right for me because like my state, going back to like my neutral state, it's calm, it's chill, it's never just like, oh my god, like some secret shit. Like no, that's why I just be like, I don't like this. Like yeah, and I appreciate that. Like that's how I am, and then that's how I want my friends to be, and I also feel like that's how they are too. Like we just kind of like state what's going on, like what the fuck was that? But then also at the same time, we know what not to do and what's weird and what's not weird. You know, what's weird and what's normal. So I don't even run into these type of issues for real. So like when they do arise and like once in a blue moon, that's what I'm kind of like. I don't think this person is for me, to be honest. Like for real, because I don't even like to. I don't even like to like have uncomfortable. I don't even like to have uncomfortable moments. So it's like, but I will like let's not get confused. Like I will have these moments, but it's like it takes a lot of energy. So once it's done, I'm kind of like also done with the person, low key. So I don't know, but also like I'll give one chance maybe, but then after that, it's kind of just like, all right, you're doing a lot. Like the say no, toxic relationship, like anything toxic, I'm just very much like, because I've gone through experiences where like people would provoke me or try to like get a reaction out of me. So I'm just kind of like, I just I just ignore that. Like if you're trying to get me out of my element, my calm, neutral state, that you are not the person for me. When have you felt your biggest adrenaline rush? That's a good question. When have I felt my biggest adrenaline rush? Oh my god. I don't know if I can say this. I don't know if I can say this, but it was definitely in Ghana. Like that trip was crazy. That trip was crazy. I think I have to do a sit down like rundown because that was honestly like the best trip of my life. Like, whoo, that was something. Like, but basically, I'll like try to paint a picture because I think some people might be seeing this. So I would just, basically, it was me and my sister's friend that booked the trip originally, and then we met my now friend over there. No, we met another girl who's now my friend while we were over there in Ghana, right? Day before um we had met the girl. Should I say her name? Fuck it. Yeah, I'm gonna say like we met Amina. That's the girl that I was mentioning, in Ghana. That was one night, and then we planned to go out the next night or the night after that, something like that. I think the next night. So that next night, right? Me, my sister, and her friend. Her name is Sarah. Shout out to Amina and Sarah because that was a no. Shout out to that crew. Me, my sister, Amina, and Sarah. Like that crew was like we were locked in that trip. Like that was some real sisterhood, some real girlhood, from some real bonding right there. Like I love it. But anyways, um, so the next night we are getting ready to meet up with Amina, right? Mind you, me, my sister, and Sarah like have our own place because we booked the trip together, and then we met Amina who has her own place. So we're trying to meet up. We like ran into some things with the police over there. I won't say why, but they literally took us out of our Uber. Um, we didn't have any cell phone service because once we left our hotel, which tried to scam us, a whole other story. But once we left our hotel, we didn't have any like internet to like contact anyone, so we were like literally in the middle of the road. Um, and then the police, like the reason they stopped us was because they were like, can I get into this? Because okay, they were doing something, right? They were doing something, and then they took us out. They took us out of our Uber. They literally took us out of our Uber and was like, "Oh, you gotta come here." We said, "What?" We dressed up, ready to go meet Amina, ready to turn up. They like get out the car, and I'm like, "What do you mean? Like, hold on. Like, what do you actually mean by this?" So then, we get out the car, and I'm like looking over there, like making sure that our Uber doesn't drive away because we didn't have internet to call another one. After like 5-10 minutes of talking to the police, he's like low key trying to coerce us into giving him money. Like that's basically what this all boiled down to. They just wanted to extort us and get some money out of us. But yeah, I was still on that Uber. I was like, yo, nigga better not leave, like, cause we have nothing right now except the clothes on our body and our bags, like literally. So then the police, he actually turns to the Uber and he's like, "Oh yeah, you can go." And I'm like, "No, like you cannot go." Like, if there's one thing you can't do, it's go. Please, like, stay. But he was that like, nah, like go. So then he leaves, and then the police officer, he's just like, "Oh, going back and forth with us. It was a lot. Like the way I'm explaining the story, it sounds like it was just like 10 minutes of this. No, it was a good 30 to 40 minutes of us going back and forth with these police, trying not to go to the freaking courthouse and have us sit there overnight till whatever day because we in a country that none of us are from. Like, yeah, I'm from Mali. Like, that's a little hop over, but like, no, they're not gonna let me go. They're not gonna let me go. So yeah, that was scary. But eventually, like, we had to give up some cash. And then yeah, we were on our merry way. We finally met up. Amina was outside. She was like, "Bro, what the fuck?" And I was just like, "Bro, I don't even know if I'm gonna see you again." Like literally, literally, like that shit was crazy. But my adrenaline was definitely pumping. Going back to the question, like it was pumping during that time, but then as soon as they let us go, and he called us an Uber because nigga was like, we were just like, yo, you just took everything. Like we need to go turn up and like But yeah, he called us the Uber. He called the Uber for us. And we linked back up with Amina, and then we turned up. But we turned up that night like it was never before. Like we got home at like 9 in the morning, and we left at like 10:30 at night, 10:30, 11. So it was a very feral, grimy night. Like, what's your favorite hobby to do alone? I like working out. I love working out. Like even like now I'm on my cycle. So I'm gonna put on a mask actually. I'm not gonna put on face solution tonight. I'm gonna put on this overnight mask from Fresh. It's so hydrating, y'all. Look at my nails. It's so hydrating, like I swear. But if I wasn't gonna wear this or use this tonight, of course it would be my good old Eucerin, right? It would be my good old Eucerin. This product is so clean, like it's the best moisturizer, like I swear. I don't use it for all over my body, but I believe it would be great for all of my body because it's great for my face. So I just know it would be great for my body. But what I do use for my body is the Nivea cocoa butter um, with cocoa butter and vitamin E. It's super moisturizing as well, and it smells good. I like the smell of cocoa butter. But I'm not gonna use either of those. And I'm gonna take my Fresh Floral Recovery Calming Mask. Says it claims an even skin tone and texture. So there we go. Just do another focus. Right. I love working out. Actually today and the day before yesterday, I took my tripod to the gym. I took my tripod to the gym and I actually recorded some content. And one is actually posted. It looks pretty good too. Like I'm not gonna lie. I just showed YouTube for a second. And also TikTok is back on the App Store in the US. So that's exciting. I saw this morning. Um, before we start to turn it out, you must first begin. That's one. And then what you call it? When I found out that, TikTok was back, I just repurposed some of the clips. And then honey. Ain't got no sleep last night, I'm late. What time will tell? Said if you love me, will you do it? I don't know myself. Popular on the tip, but still on go if shit gets wild. But like, look at that. Like, you're gonna have to follow me on TikTok to like really see the works. But anyways, I took my freaking tripod with me And I like actually recorded in there with people watching me. And I'm sure they actually wasn't like watching me, probably were just like, okay. And then just went on to their, workout. But in my head, of course, I'm like, so yeah. I'm proud of myself though. I have another one that I recorded today, this morning, that looks really good as well. So yeah. My friend don't got TikTok. I sent her a TikTok. She took him out screen recorded. No, babe. No. And I get it. I get it because I deleted TikTok, but she don't want it on her phone. It's just hilarious. It's a good inner joke. This question 18. Can enemies be friends? The person who answered this says sometimes it depends on how severely they hate each other. No, absolutely not. I honestly, okay, well, I'm just taking a little. And this mask like goes into your skin. It gets like absorbed into your skin. So I just like to put like a heavy layer. Like I don't know. I'm not even trying to sit here and claim like, oh, I'm different, like or anything. Like I feel like everyone is different, right? But I've come to realize that like people be very comfortable like keeping people that they don't feel 100% about around them. Like, and I'm just like, no. Like, if I don't feel 100% comfortable around you, like, I'm not claiming you as my friend. Like, no, you're not my friend. And depending on the setting, depending on the context, like, you're not gonna be in my life, like, at all. Because I I just went through too many experiences with people who, claim to be my friend or whatever, or yeah, just claim to be my friend, but like their actions don't ever give friend. Like their words say, "Oh my God, we're this, we're that." Like, yeah, you're this to me, you're that to me, but then the actions never line up. So I just stick with like the people that have been consistent in my life for years, like literally. Literally, because I don't know. I feel like new people definitely do scare me. And I was talking about this too the day I was getting my makeup. Like new people are scary. Like, because you don't know where they're coming from. You don't know what their beliefs are. You don't know. And then also, I feel like as a black woman, like as a West African woman, like people be expecting me to be like putting them on to like cool shit. Like, get out of my face. Like, get out of my face. If you don't already know about it, sucks to suck. Like, I'm not your fucking teacher. I'm not. I'm not your. I'm not your trend. Like I'm not a trend. Black people aren't trends, and that's the thing. Like these people are just messed up in the head. Like for years. Like growing up, it was not cool to be black. Not everybody's trying to be black. Like, and if they're not trying to be black, they're trying to be as close to blackness as possible. It's so weird. And if they're not close to blackness as possible, they're trying to tie themselves up to what is trendy or what they like to call Gen Z culture. Like there's no whatever they claim as Gen Z culture, all of it has derived from black culture. Like all these cool words that people are throwing around, like all of them derived from black culture. But of course, people don't like to give black people their credit. Like they just like to pick and choose and pick and choose what they find to be cool and trendy, what they find on TikTok or whatever goes viral on TikTok or whatever they see in New York. Because, in New York, DC, we run deep. We run deep. And also, It's like I'm blessed to be having these like traits about myself. But again, like people just be so weird, like so weird and just be wanting me to be their guide. Like, no, figure it out for yourself. Like I'm not here for that. I'm not here for that. Like it's so weird. Like why did that, your first introduction to anything that like I know about is through me. Like no, I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't like that because a lot of the time it's not and I can talk about this forever. Like a lot of the time it doesn't come from a genuine place of curiosity. It's just like, oh, what's cool on the internet? Oh, this person, she must know because, she fits all of the criteria, like black, West African, from New York, like tall, batty, like, let me get, No, I'm not with that. Like people, especially non-black people, they be with that weird shit. And I just be like, no. Go over there because you didn't even know about any of this until about 2 seconds ago. So that's my thing. But yeah, that's why I just be sticking with my people because, for one, they don't be with that weird shit. What skill did you master when you were younger that you've forgotten since? Well, I haven't forgotten technically, but when we were younger in my middle school, I used to play the violin and the piano. Um, the violin, I needed like a refresh on like the keys and stuff. But as for like the hand placements and I had to like actually like, play the instrument, like I still remember. It's muscle memory. And then the piano, yeah, I know that one. My piano teacher actually gifted me a piano because I was so good. But yeah, I have my mask on. It's like absorbing into my skin as we speak, but I love it. So I'm gonna just sit here. I have my mask on. I'm gonna just chill, watch some more Love is Blind, Raw a little bit more. Um, but yeah, I just recorded a whole 50-minute video. I guess I can upload this tonight because it's just me sitting and talking. But maybe I'll clip some parts out. Maybe one more question actually. Is there anything you've wanted to do for a while but need help with? Um, a tattoo. I do want another tattoo. I have 4 tattoos now. My first one is on my arm. Second one is on this arm. Third one is on my rib, my left rib, and I actually have to get her filled for one. But then I also do want a tattoo on my wrist here. So, I'm pretty sure me and my sister are gonna go together, but we just need to actually like pick a set date. Who was your first crush as a kid? I remember him. He was in my elementary school. My first ever crush. I was like, oh my god, like he's so cute. I think he was Dominican, um, but he looked black. Yeah, he was fine. And then the other guy, he was black. hmm The first one was when I was in like second and third grade, and then the second one was when I was in like fourth grade. And then we dated in fourth grade. But then he also dated my best friend in the fourth grade, and like he dated this other girl, and then he went on to this. You know what? That was when I found out his age. You know, at the tender age at the tender age of 8, 9 years old. But anyways, I'm off this. I'm done here. I just finished my skincare routine. I'm gonna go back into bed, rot, watch some more Love is Blind. But this was fun. It was just nice to just sit and chat a little bit, a little skincare and yap. But yeah, I hope everyone has a great rest of your evening. I hope you enjoyed this video, got to know a little bit more about me. And yeah, I'm gonna catch you guys in my next one. I think tomorrow I'm gonna record a little makeup, a little light coverage makeup, no makeup look, baddie, but still calm and demure makeup look. Uh, and I'll actually have some hair in. But yeah, peace out.